because of that, I made assumptions about Kamala's record. And I often repeated them to a lot of people. Then one day, Kamala invited me to her house. She put her hand on my shoulder and she asked me to do some research.
Everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So the other day, the Democratic National Convention featured several guests highlighting Vice President Kamala Harris and introducing her before she gave her acceptance speech. A surprising appearance among this group of Harris admirers was comedian DL Hughley, who took the stage to offer a public apology and an endorsement. As expected, Hughley immediately started making jokes and took several shots at former President Donald Trump. Hughley jabbed at the Republican presidential nominee for not wanting to debate a black woman. He also discussed the phenomenon of various identity groups mobilizing their support for Harris, such as the White Dudes for Harris fundraising call and Republicans for Kamala. He went on to criticize the former president for questioning Harris' blackness, saying that Kamala has been black a lot longer than Trump's been Republican.
As president, she will give each and every one of us a fair shot in life. But I have to admit, I didn't always believe that. I mean, if you told me the 15-year-old me would be on stage supporting a prosecutor and a teacher, there is no way that I would have believed you. But because of that, I made assumptions about Kamala's record. And I often repeated them to a lot of people. Then one day, Kamala invited me to her house. She put her hand on my shoulder and she asked me to do some research. Something I had never done. Something a lot of people I know had never done before. Imagine attacking someone's character without a single Google search. So I did what I should have done in the first place. I learned that she had done for us exactly what she promised to. I believe that your apology should be as loud as your accusation, and I'm here apologizing in front of the whole damn world. I was wrong, and I'm so very glad I was wrong because, Kamala, you give me hope for the future, a future where my grandchildren, Nola and Stevie, had the freedom to control their own bodies, where they have the opportunity to go as far as their wits and their talents would take them. That future, ladies and gentlemen, is possible, but only if we elect Kamala Harris as the 47th President of the United States of America. I will say this to you. The best piece of advice I've ever gotten in my entire life is you don't have to know what you will do, just know what you won't. And we won't go back. Now, of course, Trump is saying that Kamala isn't black. I guarantee you this, Kamala's been black a lot longer than Trump's been a Republican. That was Casey and JoJo all of my life. So according to many polls, Kamala Harris is either ahead or tied. Nationally, she's a few points ahead, basically within the margin of error. And the swing state, she's either even or slightly ahead. So whatever she's done since her fledgling campaign began has worked. She's eroded Donald Trump's lead. Her positives are higher, his are negative. She's even eroded the places he was doing well with trust of the economy. She's eroded that. The ability to run the country, she's eroded that. So she is doing, by all accounts, well. But yet you get constant chatter from the media and the like that she's not talking to us. I think she's taking her case directly to the American people, and they are responding. I think it's arrogant for the media to say, and who is the media anyway? There's not just one outlet. There are myriads of them. And what outlet can get to all the people that she's getting to right now? Statistically, most people don't even get their mail from traditional media outlets. They get, which, whether rightly or wrongly, they get them from social media and other platforms. So she is doing what she should be doing, is talking to the American people. I think it's kind of insulting that the very same people who are saying that she needs to be talking to the media haven't been asking Donald Trump why he was trying to run a campaign from his home. They're asking her about her policy positions, but not the same amount of energy is given to Donald Trump and being asked about Project 2025. So a simple, I don't know anything about it, even this, and despite all the evidence to the contrary, that suffices. It's interesting that we always find ourselves in this conundrum where people of color have to go above and beyond what they're asked to do. Like Barack Obama had to show his birth certificate. I mean, it's no big deal, but you have to do it. Nothing conversely. Kamala Harris has to show what her policies are. And I think it is right that she does that. But I think she has a fledgling campaign. She has a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts. She's still doing her current job. She has to transition all of those aspects, all those balls in the air. I think she is right to roll out her campaign cautiously. But I wish the same amount of energy was putting in the Trump. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they've ever done that. In 2016, what is this policy? Build the wall and lock her up and drain the swamp. That's all he said. In 2011, it was the 2020, it was the immigrants. And now when asked about the economy, is drill, baby, drill. So the amount of energy that you put into demanding her form her policy position, I wish it would commensurate with the other side. Do it the other way. I think people that want to leave the country should have to answer questions. I think she is doing that. I think unlike Trump, she's getting out, she's meeting the people, she is campaigning. He is trying to do it from home with boxes of cereal beside him. It is fair that people ask the question, if you want my vote, you should tell us what you're going to do. But let's be clear. Most of the electorate has already made their mind up. Most of the electorate, we're fighting for a very small sliver, or they are fighting for a very small sliver of the electorate, anywhere between 5 and 10%. And this 5 and 10% has heard all of this stuff and still are undecided. So it's wise to roll it out. It's wise to take your time and try to make your message succinct. If drill, baby, drill ain't working, or threat to democracy ain't working, you would be wise to find the things that you can invest in, that you can get those people to come along with you on. But the media, what is the media anyway? The media doesn't have the outreach. It doesn't have the eyeballs. It doesn't have the ears it used to. So sitting down with some reporter and having them ask you questions is not, you don't switch that for the American people. They can hear, they listen, they're understanding. Obviously, she's doing something right because she has obliterated his lead. She's doing something right because now they got him staying at home, shouting on people in his lawn. She is right it is right that she should have to ask the question. Anybody who wants the toughest job in the world, who wants to be the leader of the free world, should. But be fair about it. When did you ever nail him down and make him ask him about his policy positions? When did he ever give you a well-stated, well-crafted policy position? And all the Republicans say he needs to stick to policy. What policy has he ever had? Trump is doing what he's always done. He lies, he insults, he mispronounces, he blathers on. From the same, Trump has been the same since he has been 2016. And everybody is hoping he would pivot. He never would. Trump has been the same since he has been since 2016, except America's different. I don't know what will happen with Kamala Harris's campaign. I know that whatever she is doing is seeming to work. That she's getting the eyes and ears of the American people, and they're leaning in to hear her. And all of these cries for her to talk to the media, she's doing a thing even better than that. She's taking her case to the people. That's a little note from the GED section. Got a JI report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.